All right, all right. Grace, mercy, and peace from him who is and was and is to come very soon, I'm certain. This is Diabetic, and welcome to the digital wilderness. So this is going to be, as you're soon going to see, I've continued to make progress on my garden. And I'm actually starting to get caught up on the flower garden, or what will be the flower garden. So the next step is going to be, there is a spot that I'll show you that I'm basically going to leave dead. Okay, so the weeds are pulled out of it, but we're going to apply some herbicide to keep the weeds from coming back into that spot. So basically what I've got going on here, I got my home and garden sprayer from Ace Hardware. So I basically have decided now to never shop anywhere unless I have to, unless there's something that I can only find somewhere else, but try to do most of my shopping at Ace here in Pender, because I mean, the price isn't so bad, especially if you have Ace Rewards and you buy their name brand, buy their branded products. You can usually be pretty competitive with Home Depot, Menards. And another nice thing about, other than not having to drive, other than being able to now that gas is $4.20 a gallon, being able, other than not having to drive far, they have like, you can actually get some service there. So if you're looking for something and you need suggestions, there's some really friendly people there to help you out. Also, I would like to add, I have never ever at Ace Hardware been asked to put a diaper on my face over the past 2 years, unlike, say, at Home Depot or Menards. So you don't have to deal with that at Ace either. At least not the one where I'm at. So I bought a sprayer, and this right here is apple cider vinegar. So as you can see, I've deposited the apple cider vinegar into the sprayer. This is a 2-gallon sprayer. And instead of buying Roundup and dumping that on the ground, because the problem with that is not only, I don't know, ultimately, like, cost wise, if I'm saving a whole lot of money by doing something like this compared to, say, Roundup. But I'm not dumping cancer causing chemicals onto the ground, which eventually find their way into the groundwater, which I think that's a plus. So basically, this mix that I'm doing today is apple cider vinegar, and then just plain old dish soap. It doesn't have to be the antibacterial, but that's fine. Whatever you use to wash your dishes, you can use for this. So basically what you do, you start out with the apple cider vinegar, and then you put a nice big generous helping of dish soap into the apple cider vinegar. So you've got the apple cider vinegar, and then a nice good helping of dish soap, right? And then depending on whether or not the area that you're spraying, you want anything to grow on it again for a while. So if you're spot spraying on your grass, unlike Roundup, this will kill everything if you do this. Okay, this is salt. Okay, so if you spray an area with that, it doesn't matter whether it's the GMO frankenplants or not. It's gonna kill it. It's gonna make it so that you won't be able to grow nothing will grow there. And in the patch that I'm going to apply this on, I don't want anything there. Okay, I'll show you why in a second. So, but if you're spot spraying an area, then you leave out the salt. So it's basically apple cider vinegar, dish soap, and that's if you're spot spraying. But if you're trying to kill everything where you're spraying so that nothing grows back for, I don't know, maybe a season or two, you put some of this in it too. Okay. So it still keeps this out of reach of children, but it's not going to, you know, they're probably just going to puke it out if they should happen to get into it. They're probably not going to get cancer and die. But this will keep plants of any kind, wanted or unwanted, from growing in an area. So, and then you fill it up, you fill the rest of the way with water. This is a 2-gallon tank. So I've got a gallon of apple cider vinegar, a nice big helping, I'll put a little bit more just to make sure, of dish soap, iodized salt, and then the rest with water. So as you can see, we've got some good progress here compared to the last time I looked at it. This half from the air conditioner to where I'm standing back here is going to be flowers. And I'll show you what flowers I picked out here in a second. And then as you can see, this area behind the air conditioner, the condenser, that I don't want anything growing back there. So that's why I salted the dish soap and the apple cider vinegar to keep everything out of there. So we're not gonna plant anything in there, but I won't have to worry about pulling weeds out of there again. Hopefully, or if I do, it should keep them down. I'll probably hit this for a few days with the organic herbicide. Now this over here, I haven't decided yet. Obviously there's still a little bit more cleanup to do. But what I might do in here is I might just sow some brome. But I might or I might put it all into flowers, I don't know yet. But that should give me a good enough cover to keep the weeds out. Because that's the main goal, really, of the whole thing. So that way when my meter reader comes out, he doesn't have to tromp through weeds to read the meter. So anyway, that's all for now. Like, share, subscribe. I'm out. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. This is what I've picked out for the flowers. We got some Cleome. We've got some California poppy. The poppy are and the Cleome. The Cleome self-sows, and it's a perennial. And the poppy is a perennial also. So hopefully, if I can get this bed going good enough, I shouldn't have to reseed it every year, and that's kind of the goal with that, is to put a nice looking cover on it of Cleome Rose Queen and California Poppy Extra Golden. So this is the last word, I promise this time. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I'll have more garden updates as things progress. And if you want to check out some of my other content, I'm doing a series on BitChute. The channel is Rogue Diabetic, and I'll have a link in the description to Terminus Ad Quem Part 1, and potentially also I've done Part 2, and so I'll go ahead and throw those links in the video if you want to check that out. So like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell if you want to get notified. I'm out.